Welcome along everyone, my name's Jason Doyle and we screwed up. Long story short, our vids got corrupted and we lost a lot of footage. So on behalf of myself and Bro Mama, we are truly sorry. But anyway, to make up to you amazing fans, we put together some summary clips just to keep you guys up to date. This also means you're all going to hear my beautiful voice for a little bit. Hope you enjoy. We start with Austria. Sin Icon starts the race off on pole, just coming off a win at Belgium, and he's got high hopes for his second. He gets a good gap on the first lap with Tim just behind in second position. Wasn't the best for Tim last week as he started P5 and after this connection dropped down to P6. Josh and Aiken get into a collision coming to turn 1, sending Josh just off the track. Sitting in third position is Shimbo. Of course, taking second at Belgium, he's trying to fight for championship just being behind Tim. Jason takes his second win of Bro Mama Racing and overtakes Tim in the Drivers' Championship. Round 6 we have Britain. For the third race in a row, Jason gets pole position, with Joe up there in P2. Aiken gets a good start from P5 and raises into P4 after a swift overtake on Moore Island. All nice and tidy through the chicane until Moore Island gets spinned at Village and Aiken moves off the track. Tim's favourite to win the race as it's his most dominant track, but after Shimbo hits him, it sends him down the order. Joe takes the lead for most of the race. He was Season 1 Constructors Champion alongside Jack, and now isn't doing the best in Season 2. After a collision with Moore Island and Shimbo, it caused a late safety car. During this, Joe got a drive-through for speeding in the safety car, caused him to spin at the depths of the race. He also picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, meaning his race was over. Joe is now in the faster car since changing from AlphaTauri into the Ferrari, and was one of the fastest through quali. Joe hopefully managing the pickup points later on in the season, as it's Baku, and it's a track that everyone par Joe is scared about. Jason takes the lead once again in the Mercedes, and after a dominance from Joe, Jason takes him the British Grand Prix. Round 7 we have Baku. Low attendance this race for the drivers as most of the grid have now got caparitis. This puts Shimbo on pole, and after a great move from Moist into turn 1 puts him into P2. Moist now being last on the grid, he's at a mare. Moist came 10th at Silverstone, putting him behind in the championship and the constructors. Tim also not having the best race last week as he was favourite to win Britain, in the end only coming P5. Tough battle between Tim and Shimbo, staying side by side, but in the end Tim takes home his third win in Bro Mama Racing League Season 2. Last but certainly not least, we have Canada. Jason starting on pole, but after a bad start puts him side by side with the race leader. Jason manages to stay at P1 and extends his lead to Tim. Only 9 points to separate Jason and Tim. Big race for them both as we're heading towards the end of the season. Shimbo manages to overtake Tim halfway through this race, putting him in P2, and this is slowly catching Tim and Jason for the Drivers' Championship. Later on in the race, Once it started raining, Shimbo pitted for intermediate tyres. Doing this, he's trying to go for an undercut on Jason to get P1. If this is pulled off correctly, it'll be one of the smartest decisions we've seen from Bro Mama. Later on in the race, Jason finally pits the intermediate tyres, but he's got to be quick as Shimbo's catching up. Coming straight out of the pits, he sees Shimbo coming and he can't do anything about it. Shimbo manages to catch up to Jason, taking the lead for the first time in the race. Shimbo was drivers' champion last season and is not yet to win a race in season 2. His best finish being in Miami, Belgium and Austria, all come in second place. He's also just behind Tim and Jason, but extremely underrated, and Shimbo takes his first win in season 2 and leaves everyone in the dust.